Hi, all. Welcome back to Happy Healing Vibrations. I hope everybody is well today. It is December the 3rd, and I am doing a reading for earth signs for the month of December. I've already did my saging. I have already pulled my cards. If you've seen my other videos, I am not shuffling the cards in the video because I want to just pull messages. It is a lot of cards and it does drain my energy when I do this. So, therefore, I am not going to shuffle all these decks, like 6 different decks, and lay out multiple cards on camera. It just takes too much time, okay? So, I hope everybody is well. I hope everybody had a great month in November. And I'm hoping that this month is going to be even better. So let's start with week 1. Okay. You've got the Queen of Pentacles. You've got Four of Pentacles. A new outlook. A hater. Gamble. And fire. Okay. So, I'm feeling that for week 1, you're in a Queen of Pentacles, and that's you. You're the Queen of Pentacles. That's an earth sign, Queen of the earth sign. So, you're, you're making money, you're hardworking, you're thinking about material things, you're thinking about maybe about Christmas. December is the month of Christmas, so maybe you're thinking about making money for Christmas, okay? You are saving your money, you're doing well, finances are well, you're happy about that. You could be, I am seeing gambling here, so you could also be celebrating a big win. Maybe you won some money. Um, you know, Whoever you maybe won that money from could also be the hater. People could be hating how well you're doing. You could have someone who is maybe pretends that they're happy for you, but they're not really happy for you. Okay, I feel like you have a new outlook on life. Okay, I feel like you are feeling very confident and sure of yourself. You feel like you've found your pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. You're like looking out at your city. I feel like you could be in a new city, a new outlook. Yeah, new city, um, new neighborhood, new friends, new job, new outlook. Maybe you loved to spend money before, but maybe you are saving. Maybe you're sitting on your money now, saving. You're loving watching it grow. Um, but be careful because there is a hater. There is someone hating on your success, hating on your new outlook. They want to keep you stuck in a box, okay? Um, that hater could also be someone who gambles. Maybe that hater, maybe you're doing so well, you have a new outlook on life, and maybe this hater is not doing so well. Maybe they're gambling all their money away. Maybe you're dealing with somebody with gambling issues in the first week of December. Maybe they want to take your money and gamble it. Maybe you're dealing with somebody who wants to take your hard-earned money and gamble it away. Okay? You have the fire, so strong emotion, passionate love or hate. Um, Maybe you're crushing on someone, or maybe someone's jealous. Maybe that's the hater, the gambler. Maybe they're jealous. Um, yeah, or maybe you have a crush on this hater. Maybe you don't know that they're really like this, and you you have sexual desires with them. You're passionate about them. Okay, so I'd be careful with that, but you know the positive outlook on week one is you're definitely not you're definitely not doing without. You got your money and on point, you're doing well. Be careful about where you're putting your money though, okay? You have money coming in, be careful with where you're putting it out. In the meantime, I want to read the bottom of the deck. You had the Three of Swords, that's heartbreak, okay? Third party, heartbreak. Could be, doesn't have to be necessarily relationship, although I am feeling it is heartbreak with somebody that you love, that you were with. Um, I feel like you you have a new outlook, also like new thoughts on this heartbreak. So maybe, maybe you had this heartbreak and you have like a new outlook on life. You're like, feel like you're being strong for yourself. You could also have a Leo in your life that's helping you be strong, that's helping you get out of your bubble. um and you're celebrating that. So even though you are seeing that heartbreak card, don't worry, you are celebrating. I feel like you are getting out of a toxic relationship, getting out of a toxic environment, getting out of um a relationship that had to do with gambling. There was someone gambling your love, gambling your money. And you have something new. You're with somebody new. You're with somebody who gives you strength. You're with somebody who's very strong, or makes you feel strong. Okay. For week two, hold on. My eye just caught this card over here. They are strong, but they're gentle. I feel like you've never really met someone like this before. They're very strong, but yet gentle. And I am seeing, like, the cards you're getting over here on this side: union, gentleness, and dreams. So I feel like the union you're in right now, you've left a relationship and you've moved it into a new relationship, or you're headed towards a new relationship. And this is going to be your dream union. It's going to be gentle and give you the freedom to and allow you to spread your wings and be the person that you want to be. They're not going to be overbearing. So for example, if you like to dress a certain way, they're going to allow you to express yourself with fashion and makeup, and they're not going to be like trying to cover you up or fight with you because of what you're wearing or how you express yourself. This is going to be a very free union, a very gentle union, a very respectful union. I feel like you haven't really had this type of union, sorry, in a long time, okay? Week 2. Queen of Swords. That could be a Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. It could be a very logical, smart person. Um, this person is very wise. Maybe you're spending time with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius in week 2 of December. If they are giving you, there's some sort of burden, some sort of baggage, some sort of carrying some sort of resentment. There's like 3 people here. Moving on and happiness. Okay, so maybe the past person that you're moving forward from, I want to say could be a Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. And it could have been, you have a lot of baggage, you have a history, you have a past with this person. Maybe you used to work together. Maybe you caught them Because this person's like two people on this side, like almost like a team, and he's like watching that him, and he looks like, I'm watching. I got my eyes on you, and then this person's like got his eyes on this person. This person doesn't even know, so I feel like you could have caught this person, you know, looking elsewhere, or maybe they were always looking elsewhere and you felt like you couldn't trust them, okay? It is time to move forward. You are moving on. You're feeling so much happiness. I feel like you could also be traveling, maybe, because maybe you've made the wise decision to leave that person in the first week or the second week, and you're moving on. So yeah, I do feel actually, this is very strange. You could also be in a relationship, but you could also be in a relationship, tis tis, and talking to somebody else at the same time. I feel like you could be one foot in the door and one foot out. Some of you, not all. I feel like maybe the Libra, Aquarius, Gemini could be the new person you have, or the old person. You have a lot of baggage you're carrying, you're struggling, but I feel like you've met somebody, or they've met somebody. Someone's on their way out and moving on to happiness, okay? So I feel like in week one, you're doing well financially, you're working hard, you have a new outlook on life, there is somebody that's kind of sucking someone dry financially. This person might have gambling issues, or, they're risking their money, making stupid investments, something like that, okay? But there is a strong emotion there, it could be jealousy, it could be, um, it could be sexual, okay? But even though I feel like in week two, you're kind of like moving on, you're moving forward, there is some sort of third party happening in the second week, okay? And this could happen on a vacation, or maybe someone is going on a vacation, taking a break because they were in a situation where they had heartbreak, okay? um the reason why I said I feel like you could be in a relationship, but also starting a new relationship and ending a new relationship, kind of like overlapping, because I'm getting, the heartbreak here with the Three of Swords, okay? I'm getting the dreams, union, and gentleness here. And I'm getting moving forward, celebrating strength, and new way of thinking, new thoughts, new. You could be moving forward. When I said new city, you moved to a new city. Maybe you also left that city because not just new city, but like maybe your old life, maybe you've made a lot of changes. Maybe you took a lot of gambles before. Maybe you blew your money very easily before, and you're kind of like changing the way you hold on to your money, or the way you spend your money. Maybe you were gambling or investing, making bad investments, or maybe you were shopping a lot. Maybe you loved shopping. Maybe you had such a strong desire to shop, you know? And maybe your partner was hating on that. Was hating on that. maybe I feel like you could have also taken a gamble and left your community and moved somewhere else, and there is someone that's hating on that. Maybe somebody really hates that you've done that, or they're jealous that you've done that. Okay? And then in the second week, it could also be you moved on from that neighborhood, moved on from that community, moved on from those people, moved on from your job. It was a lot of baggage. It was very heavy. Someone's very wise. Someone's thinking logically. Someone is doesn't care about like other people's feelings right now. It's about me, focusing on me for once. Focusing on my happiness for once. Okay? Let's see these cards down here. Yeah. I feel like someone's creating their own spice of life. They're being thorough. They're kind of, they're being very particular about what they're allowing into their new recipe of life, they're being very selective about what they are, allowing to integrate into their life, like people to people, the energies, any of that. They're being very careful. They're looking for peace and grounding. Feel like they're kind of going back to a time where they felt almost like they're like reminiscing. Like they want to be alone, they want quiet time, like they want to have an ending and recharge and reflect on their life over the winter. So I feel like someone is like reflecting over the winter. They're going to take some time, quiet time over the winter. I feel like you're having lots of rest and reflection. I do feel like there was an ending, whether it be an ending of where you used to live, ending of an old life, ending of an old cycle, ending of a relationship. There was some sort of ending, okay? But you remember when one door closes, another door opens. Every ending is a new beginning, right? Um, could also be mourning somebody. Maybe someone passed recently that you're mourning, or maybe this person could have passed a long time ago, and you're mourning this person still. You're thinking about this person. Maybe when I said you're reminiscing, or you're thinking about the past, you could be thinking about a past with this person. Um, you have to you have to look forward to, ask yourself, what can I look forward to, you know you lost this person, or lost this job, or this relationship, this home. You lost something, but again, when one door closes, another door opens. Every ending is a new beginning. You have to ask yourself, what did you learn? What did you learn from this? What did you learn from losing this person? And use that to help you recharge, so you can have the stamina to be, out there working hard, creating wealth for yourself, creating this new life for yourself. Okay, don't let the haters hate on you. You need to block out the haters. You need to stop gambling your life just to hang out with some people that you feel make you feel alive, because that's not what's going to make you feel alive. Time out, self-love, and walking away from things that are no longer serving you is going to make you feel recharged. Okay? Week 3 for the earth signs: Justice, Empress, Seven of Swords, Drama Queen, Anger Management, Secrets, and Casket. Someone going out of your life or the end of a situation. So, in the third week, you're having justice. Something's balancing out. If somebody did you wrong, there will be justice. If you did someone wrong, there will be justice. There is a balance out. I feel like someone is bringing forward the truth. Someone is bringing wrongdoings to light, and it is balanced out. So if somebody is cheating on somebody, it will balance out. If somebody has made your life very difficult, you've been in a really hard relationship, I do feel like that is balancing out. Okay, the Empress energy is like the creator, someone's creator, a mother, giving real mother vibes. I feel like you're maybe a mother thinking about justice, because I feel like this person who is a gambler, who could have been, had a wandering eye, who could have left the situation. You could have left that situation. You could have had the wandering eye, but maybe you were in a really, I'm not judging, maybe you were in a very hard situation, very hard marriage, very hard relationship, work environment, I'm not sure. Anyways, it's just an energy, right? So we're just talking about energy here. I feel like it's a motherly energy, someone who's very creative, someone who's very giving, someone who's very nurturing, someone who might overthink a lot as well. It could be a Libra. I feel like, you're thinking about justice, thinking about, I feel like you're thinking about it. Yeah, someone has been taking and taking and taking and taking what's not theirs. Maybe they've been I do truly believe that you've been dealing with somebody who's been taking a lot from you. Maybe they've been gaslighting you and telling you that you're a drama queen and that you have anger issues. Maybe you fight a lot over finances. And they're like, you're like trying to bring in this money, or they're trying to bring in this money, and and trying to build, but then like you have this like hater energy that's like gambling. I feel like this person just doesn't want you to build. I feel like they want to keep you dependent on them for some reason. But you are like, I feel like you're creating your justice. In the third week, I feel like, you are creating your justice. There is secrets that are coming to light, and you are kicking someone out of your life. It's the end of a situation. I feel like the old you is gone. The old you is dead, Or maybe maybe in the third week of December, you could have a loss. No, I don't think it's that. God forgive me, I don't think it's that. I think your loss is more like loss of a relationship, loss of a friendship, loss of a co-parenting relationship. I do feel like there is some anger, some drama, some theft, people stealing your resources, I feel like you have to release someone who is sucking you dry in more ways than one. In the final week of December, you've got the devil. That's addiction, toxic energy, addiction, bad behavior, someone untrustworthy, um, being tied down, tower moments, the moon. I call this my secret garden card. Heartbroken, why, nurturing, dealings or a relationship with a woman with dark complexion or dark hair. Could be a lawyer, could be a doctor, could be a coworker, could be a boss, could be the third woman, the third party, could be a friend. Unsettled times, need to plan ahead, don't worry, you're protected. New opportunities, possibilities, pathways opening up, releasing blockages to bring in blessings. And the star card, guaranteed success, whatever you touch turns to gold. Okay, so you got the, maybe someone is, maybe you feel addicted to this person. Maybe you have to wean yourself off this person. Maybe this person has a way of pulling you back in. I do think though that I feel like this is a breaking down of a relationship or a co-parenting relationship, some sort of relationship that's draining you financially and mentally. I feel like this is a breaking down of that. I do feel like you've been praying and putting it out there. I feel like you've been putting it out there. You're heartbroken and you're asking God why. Why am I stuck in this darkness? Why do I always have people that break my heart? I feel like you're just asking God why. Why me? I'm so nurturing. I'm so loving. Why? Why don't I get that love back? I feel like I'm doing everything I can to protect my family, to protect my heart, and I keep going back to this same place. But I feel like in the last week, you are going to have a breakthrough. I feel like you are going to move forward. I feel like you're either going to move forward with a new union, I feel like you have a lot of admirers. I feel like once you let go of this devil energy, I feel like you're gonna, in this one it says, releasing blockages to bring in blessings. So I feel like you are, praying to God to get you out of this situation. I feel like you've been praying a lot. And you're releasing someone who's draining you. You need to plan ahead. Maybe someone with a dark woman or someone with dark hair. Maybe it's a lawyer or a doctor. Someone's helping you. Someone's helping you plan. You're feeling unsettled within this relationship, new relationship. But you do have some new opportunities coming in, and once you release this, I do feel like, again, that's opening up the door for, more blessings to come in. more paths are opening up for you, and you're guaranteed success. You know, whatever you touch turns to gold. You know, you could also be having dreams about a union, dreams about a relationship, dreams about someone from the past. Could be dreams about the person that you're mourning. Dreams of a gentler time, or again, your new relationship that you're in could be more gentle. You have to have courage. You have to have strength. You know, you might be going through all this turbulent emotions, maybe dealing with your own emotions or other people's emotions, but you do have security, you do have safety, you do have this raft. Like, God will sail you through these hard times, okay? You just have to believe. And I do fully believe that you believe in God. You pray to God often. You do have loyalty. There is someone loyal by your side. There is someone there who is helping give you strength. You know, strength and courage. You have strength. You have courage. You got to believe you have strength and courage. You have what it takes. And planning again. Planning for this breakthrough. So I wanted to show you something. You have strength here, right? You have strength again. That's strength. Okay? Courage. Planning. And you also have planning here. Okay? And then you also have a breakthrough here and breakthrough here. Okay, so there is definitely going to be a breakthrough coming. You be strong, have courage, okay? Have strength, because there is a breakthrough coming for you. You will have a breakthrough, and it will be guaranteed success. Okay? You need to plan for it and believe in yourself, okay? Because it is coming. You just have to get away from whatever this hater, toxic devil energy is that is sucking you dry, gambling with your money, gambling with your life. I'm getting a gambler. I don't know, could be that toxic energy, could be even yourself. You know, like the bad qualities. Maybe you are leaving bad qualities behind, you know. So whatever that is for you, only you know. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, okay? Overcome self-doubt. Self-doubt clouds your vision. Trust in your abilities and take the leap. Your future self will thank you. Step into divine timing. What's meant for you won't pass you by. Trust the delays. They're aligning your path. Untangle emotional dependency. When love feels like survival, it's not love, it's fear. You are safe without the attachment. You are strong all by yourself. You need to believe in yourself. Okay, you need to believe in yourself, because, you know, God, you know, you know, Noah's Ark. God has an ark for you. Okay, He will help you through these choppy waters. Honor the contract. Some lessons were written before you arrived. Facing them now completes your soul agreement. It's time to walk through that door to the light. Complete this soul lesson and move forward, okay? So you can unblock your blessings, because Everything you touch will turn to gold. You promise breakthrough. Okay, I promise a breakthrough. If you don't walk through this door and make those changes, you're going to keep yourself blocked. Have faith in yourself. You don't need to count on anybody else to help you through life. I promise you, you are strong all by yourself. Okay? I wish you the best. I hope that you have a wonderful December. I hope that even if you are going through this heartbreak or this letdown right now, I hope that you can continue to see the new outlook, have this new outlook on life, continue to see the rainbows, because you have some beautiful things in store for you coming in the new year. Okay? You just got to get away from this toxic cycle, you just have to go through with this ending. Okay? It's for the best. Alright? If you're not following me on TikTok, please give me a follow at Happy Healing Vibrations. I will be doing lives, making luck candles, and health candles, healing candles. So please follow me on TikTok so you can support me and watch my lives. I can teach you how to make a luck candle. If you are not following me on Facebook, please follow me at happyhealingvibrations.com. If you follow me on there and you want a personal one-on-one reading, I'll be happy to do that for you at a 15% discount if you are following me at Happy Healing Vibrations on Facebook, okay? And last but not least, please check me out on my website at www.happyhealingvibrations.com. Okay? And you can email me if you want to. I also send out newsletters. If you want a newsletter, just sign up on my website at www.happyhealingvibrations.com. And if you want to reach out to me directly, you can reach out to me at happyhealingvibrations@gmail.com. Okay? Thank you so much. I hope that you have a wonderful day, and I hope that you have a wonderful December. Take care. Bye-bye.